Yes, my wonderful people. Now, this video was a video I did about nearly 2 years ago, you know. And it's the shower Posse, Twinkie, the leader of the Jamestown Crips in a Rexdale, Toronto, Canada, and in debt. So I re-edit it and remaster it, and me I go drop it. So stay tuned, watch this, leave in the comments, and subscribe, and shotty mark. Me not done with you, you know. Me not done with you, remember that.
Story. What's the latest that you hear from the scene?
Ken, police are calling this a very volatile situation. Carload after carload of upset friends and family keep arriving on scene, and they're not just walking past the police tape, they're actually running past. In fact, we recently saw a shoving match between police and a couple of people who arrived. People are just so distraught by what's happened. A woman collapses with grief as friends and family try to hold her up. A tableau of anguish on Vauden Court in Brampton, the scene of a fatal shooting just hours earlier.
I'm not leaving him. I'm not leaving him here.
A large gathering of victims' family and friends started arriving soon after the shooting, which happened at about 2:40 this afternoon.
I heard this crackling noise. It sounded like almost like ice crackling and falling off of a roof.
I heard some, I guess it was a volley of shots. We thought it could be fireworks.
Police arrived on scene very quickly and soon discovered a man in his 30s dead on the ground.
He was just laying on the ground down by the side of a townhouse. And that's all I saw. And as I said, the firemen were tending to him.
Police will not say if this was a drive-by shooting, but they say they believe this was an isolated incident. They're now looking for a dark-colored vehicle that was seen leaving the area and are asking for dash camera surveillance video from anyone within these boundaries.
This is Vauden Court, that's Cumberland. We've got Highway 10 and we've got Kennedy Road. Anyone who might have been in that area around 2:40 p.m. and might have some information that can assist investigators, that would be very helpful.
Neighbors say this is very alarming.
That's a scary thing because it's a safe. It's a very safe neighborhood, and something happens like that, it's very scary.
It's kind of disconcerting. I've lived here for almost close to more than a decade, and it's relatively peaceful.
I can't tell, miss. I just want to see.
But most upsetting of all, the impact on friends and family.
It's heartbreaking for these people that have lost a family member, you know, but it's just beyond words at this point.
Police say the victim has ties to Brampton, but won't say if he lived here. Police do not have a description of a suspect or suspects. They're asking anyone who may have been in the area between 2:30 and 2:50 p.m. to check their surveillance or dash cam video. Anyone who has any information is asked to contact Peel Regional Police. Reporting live from Janice Golding, now back to Ken.
Good day, my wonderful people. It's me again, the great countryman. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Look at the screen in front of you. I am taking you to Rexdale, Toronto, Canada. A place called Doomstown Crips. No, Rexdale is
vacation, alright?
Alright.
Welcome to G-Dot, my boy. Alright then. Come on.
Jane and Finch, Weston, Rexdale, Malton, Scarborough, Brampton, Jungle, Eglinton, Cause G-Dot, I'm a blood clot place. Matic in a hand, me no have none to waste. When I see we give me space, me a dogs are rolling out the blood clot place. G-Dot, I'm a blood clot place. Matic in a hand, me no have none to waste. When I see we give me space, me a dogs are rolling out the blood clot.
Alright?
Is on the west side of Toronto. Now, look at the picture in front of you. That is Oliver Willis, known as Twinkie. At one time, he was a member of the Jamestown Crips. So, Jamestown has changed the name to Doomstown. Now, if you guys know Jamestown, you know that Jamestown is one of the most dangerous ghetto in North America. You remember years ago, there was a double murder, and a youth by the name of Pele, a journalist, he was arrested and caught for that and ended up getting double life in Collins Bay prison in Canada. Long story short, white boy killed Pele at prison at Collins Bay. And a white boy there never get charged, but a youth like Pele set the trend for youth like this. Mr. Twinkie. I was about to say Mr. Winky. Well, who is Twinkie? He was a Canadian of Caribbean background. This guy has been doing stuff since he was a teenager. He was working with the shower Posse over there in Rexdale in terms of getting machine, and he might get the rate, the girl from them. You see what I'm saying? Let's move on. A first-degree murder charge against the shooting death of 19-year-old Ahmad Joseph Green Young was dropped after witness refused to testify or recant the statement. That's how much fearful this guy was. You understand? This guy had the entire Jamestown on lock. Nobody would testify. One person said, yo, if we talk, we have to leave the neighborhood. Yeah, people were scared. No. They say Young was killed at a street party in Eglinton Avenue on July 22nd, 2002. After the Caribana Festival. If you know what Caribana is, it's the party every summer for the island people then. And that's where Ricky Tuffy get licked down back in the days, and enough man get licked down. So apparently them said him licked down the man at the Caribana thing. And that's what he was charged with, and the charges was dropped. Well, when you kind of look into it, it kind of makes sense, because usually when you have such a big crowd and thing, there is confusing eyewitness. But beyond that, people were very fearful of this young man. We're going to move on. Now, look at the screen in front of you. This guy is so bad. And let me tell you, he was making a lot of money. I sell machine and I sell the white thing there. You understand? Plus other things. And blinging. Cause I don't think them did, I don't know, hitman work or nothing like that. It's just straight turf control. Who will make the more money, whatnot. But this guy, when he died, he had a big time Rolex on his hand. He was making a lot of money because he was working also with the shower Posse. And I have the proof. I'm going to put it up there. Now, in 2012, them sent him back to Canada because he got 10 years in the Dominican Republic. He was caught with 72 kilos of cocaine hidden in the bed of a pickup truck destined for Toronto. Now, how he got caught? he was on the phone speaking to other gang members in Toronto. I suspect the Shower Posse was behind that too, but I don't have the hardcore facts, the alternative facts. He was on the phone in Dominica speaking to people in Toronto about this thing driving, and the feds then in Toronto contacted the Dominican Republic police and they nabbed him. He was in an upscale neighborhood, so this guy was no Looney Tune now. This dude was smart and had lot of stuff going on. Now, he was deported back to his native Canada when he did 2 years of his sentence. We're gonna move on. Now, remember to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification button. Country Gal, big up yourself. Country Boss, Silent Rebel, Nuclear Rastaman, big up on yourself. All the subscriber, loving up, non-subscriber, loving up. Let's move on. Write this up in front of you. It says, the investigation also revealed that member of the Shower Posse, an international higher-level gang criminal organization based in Jamaica, were alleged controlling gang activity within Toronto by allegedly supplying the Crips and the Generals with drugs for street-level sales with firearm. So, you see that? That's what is reported there. I didn't make it up. So, we know that this guy was linking with the Shower Posse because him around the Doomstone Crips, and it seems like him a deal with the General them too. You understand? Now, he was killed about 2-3 days after he buried his father. So now if you know anything about murder and anything that, or somebody close to you, or somebody know where you are most of the time, even when it's the next party who do it. So somebody was watching this cat. Let's move on. Now look at the screen in front of you. You remember I mentioned how much money and thing. This guy was making a lot of money. You see where the police he was out of control with $30,000 ears ring and $70,000 Rolex watch, according to the allegation. Described by the police as the brains behind it was this guy, Willis. At the time he was 30, so 7 years later they lick him down. You understand? He sports 2 teardrop tattoos right underneath his left eye with the world is mine. You understand? That's how this guy rock. So, in a nutshell, you could see where he was gonna end up, because when you have such a large scale operation going on, anybody can be a Judas. You see what happened to Jesus Christ. He have 12 disciples and one of them cut him short. You understand? So this is what happens. But like I said, I did this video because there's stuff on the internet about him, but I wanted to give my opinion, and I wanted to, reason why I'm doing these videos is to highlight what's going on in Canada with the Jamaicans then and the Caribbean people. You understand? Because a lot of these guys are 3rd generation and 2nd generation Jamaicans and people from Trinidad, Guyana, different parts of the Caribbean. My name is COUNTRYMAN. Remember to like, share and subscribe. hit the notification button, leave some comments. Country squad, country girl, all out, big up on yourself.